Okay, with graphing, I will say, out of all the substitution, elimination, graphing was probably the worst. Okay, so make sure you pay attention over the next couple days, ask if you need help. So we graph these, they have to be in slope-intercept form in order to graph. Okay, they need to be y equals mx plus b. If the y is not by itself, you need to get it by itself. Okay, so if we look at the first equation, we always plot the y first. Okay, so you need to plot the y-intercept first. Okay, and then the m stands for what? What's the m stand for? Our slope. Okay, you can use this review on your test, so take good notes if you need them. If you don't, then that's fine. Okay, our slope, and that's our rise over run. And there's two types of slope. Okay, what kind is this? It's a positive slope. Okay, and then this one is obviously going to be negative. Okay, so if we're looking at this first line, is the y by itself? Yes. Okay, so we're going to plot the y, and that's at 2. So our graph starts at 2. And we rise how many? 4. But can we go up 4? No, so we're going to have to go down 4 and over 3. And I need a negative slope. So you have to think about which way you're going. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to go over 3. Okay, and so there's our first line. Okay, the other one starts at what? Where does this graph start at? At 1. Okay, so it starts at 1. Can we go up 4? Yeah, we can. We can go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, over 3. Or you could go down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 3. Where do those graphs intersect? They don't. So what kind of solution is that? No solution. Okay? So, that it looks like a no solution. And it is a no solution, so that's going to be your answer. What's infinite look like? It's the same line, okay? So it's when the two lines are like right on top of each other. So if the black line was right on top of the red line, that's going to be an infinite solution. Okay, look at 3. Where does that first graph start at? At 1. And I need to go up, how many? Up 3 over 2. And it needs to be a negative line, so we're going to go up 3, 1, 2, 3, over 2. Okay? I can also go down 3, 1, 2, 3, over 2. 1, 2, 3, over 2. The first line, remember, you have to plot as many points as you possibly can. Okay, so always check all the ups, all the downs. Okay, the second line, you just need to plot as many until you get that intersection. Okay, and the second line starts at what? Negative 3. And what is our slope? Up 1 over 2. What is our solution?
2, negative 2.
2, negative 2. Okay, is it possible for you to get to -2 without graphing anything? It's not, okay? So for some of you guys that like just got the coordinate and you have nothing on your paper, like there's no freaking way, okay? I should see at least a couple of dots at the very least to be able to make sure and tell that you know what you're doing, okay? When you're doing your quiz, obviously make sure that you do the dots and draw the lines, okay? The more stuff you put on your paper, even if you don't have to like show your work because you can do some of it in your head, okay? Well, if you get it wrong, then I can't give you any partial points, okay? So my suggestion would be to obviously show as much work as possible. Okay, look at 5. Is the y by itself? No, so we need to get it by itself before you can do anything else, okay? And I'm gonna write the steps up here today. I will not tomorrow, so make sure that you write them down. Okay, you're always going to add or subtract the x's. Every single time, you're gonna add or subtract the x's. And then your second step would be to divide by the number okay, divide by the number that's next to the y. Okay, no matter what it looks like, that's going to be your steps. Okay, you're going to add or subtract the x's and then divide by the number that's next to the y. Okay, so write your first equation down. We got 3x plus y equals -4. Okay, we need to add or subtract the x's. Which one? Do we add or subtract them? How do I move a positive 3x?
Subtract.
Yeah, so we're going to subtract it. Okay, this is where some of you guys get confused. Okay, you just take this and you write it in a straight line. So you're going to say, we got a -4 minus 3x. Okay, I didn't change anything over here. All I did, instead of writing it up and down, we wrote it sideways. Okay, equals y. Okay, what is the number next to the y? It's a 1 or there isn't one. So do you need to divide? No. Okay, and so that one's done. Okay, and it's ready to be graphed. Okay, let's look at equation 2. We got x minus y equals -4. Okay, do we need to add or subtract the x's? Subtract them, so you're going to say minus 1x, okay, you can put a 1 in front of the x if it makes you feel better. Okay, minus 1x minus 1x. So you got -y equals, and we just write this in a straight line, so it's going to be -4 minus 1x. Okay, and then I got to divide by the number that is next to the y. In this case, it's a -1.
So everything's just thrown in the box.
Yeah, so it's kind of just going to change the signs. So we got y equals, what is -4 divided by -1? 4. -1 divided by -1. +1. Okay, and now these are both ready to be graphed. Okay, so you're gonna graph this one, and you're gonna graph this one. Okay, where does the black one start out at? The -4. Okay, so it starts at -4, and our slope is what? -3. So you're gonna go up 3 and over 1. Over 1 which way? Left or right? To the left, because it's a negative slope. Okay, and same thing, you're gonna go up 3, 1, 2, 3, over 1. Up 3, 1, 2, 3, over 1. Okay, remember on our first line, we need to plot as many points as we can. Okay, second line, where does it start? At +4. And what is my slope? 1 over 1. So we're going to go up 1 over 1. Okay, or I can go down 1 over 1. Down 1 over 1. What is my intersection point? -2, 2. Okay, because there's a lot of stuff on here, make sure you write it somewhere I can see it. I don't care if you write it on the graph or something, but make sure it looks